You are listening to the Kinky Coach podcast with Stephanie
and Fox.
Hey, Fox.
Yeah?
You've been a bad boy.
Nice boy. Nice boy should be punished.
This show contains explicit content
And is intended for mature audiences only.
This is what happens when an innocent, successful mental health professional
Falls for a rugged, prior deployed bad boy. You get one hell of a ride.
So, did you have low expectations when you met me? Because I know that I presented the lowest bar possible. That way I could not fail this relationship.
Oh, really? You didn't even tell me your real name.
Yeah, I had to protect myself. I didn't know who you were.
Because I'm the crazy one, huh?
Hey, so I am retired now, but I was still an active law enforcement officer, and I didn't know.
And I was a mental health counselor.
That doesn't mean anything. Maybe you don't like cops. Maybe you want to kill cops. Maybe your uncle wants to kill cops. Maybe you have a brother that wants to kill cops. I don't know.
No one in my family wants to kill cops because we have at least 4 of them in my family.
Yeah, true. But I didn't. How am I supposed to know that?
I know.
Right.
I know. So for those who don't know, we met on Bumble.
Are you sure it wasn't Tinder?
It's Bumble.
Okay, Bumble.
Yeah.
Which is a dating app.
Yeah, it's a dating app.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I didn't really have any expectations. I mean, you were pretty to look at.
Bullshit. You were trying to fuck. You told me.
Well, I mean, besides that, but I'm talking about you were pretty. That was all that mattered.
Oh, who has low expectations now?
I'm telling you, I didn't have any expectations.
See, this is perfect. I couldn't have failed you either way.
I mean, that's questionable.
Have I failed you since?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
But since we've been in the lifestyle, I have noticed, and you of course noticed as well, some unrealistic expectations.
Yes.
Brought forth.
Many.
But I think, I mean, even I had a few of them in the beginning.
Did you?
I feel like I did.
Like what? I'm curious. What were yours before we get into the ones that are common in in the lifestyle? What were yours? And let's see once we go down our list if any of match up.
I don't really remember much. I remember one, and actually 2, which are completely blown out of the water and gone.
So
now.
deniable accountability, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. No,
really, what were they?
Well, one of them was no sex in our bed.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I didn't.
And we've done that.
Yeah.
More than once.
But in the beginning, I was like, yeah, I don't want us to do that.
To taint our own bed?
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Okay.
And
do you care now? There's a smart question.
It depends on who.
Depends on the person?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, I just
like. Can you give me some? This is the first time I'm hearing this. So, can you give me some examples?
Not really. It just depends on the person.
Okay.
I don't want just anyone that we're playing with in our bed.
Interesting. Where were they playing with us at?
On the
our
couch.
Playroom? On the couch?
On our couch. In our playroom.
Okay.
In a hotel. There's just some people, I don't know. I just don't want them in our bed.
But you'll let them in your vagina.
Yeah. Totally different.
Okay. I guess that's fair. I can't say I understand.
Do you, I mean... Hey, Kinky Nation. Do you need help with navigating the swinging lifestyle? Fox and I offer personalized coaching services designed specifically for your relationship needs.
Are you the person that all your friends turn to when they have questions about sex? You should check out the Kinky Coach Sex Coach Certification Course and get paid for sex coaching instead of doing it for free. Just go to kinkycoach.com.
Lastly, if you feel that you are in need of therapeutic services for your relationship or individually, please visit Beautiful Beginnings with an S llc.org for more information on the counseling services I offer. Okay, Kinky Nation, let's get back to the show.
Yeah, just...
You know I don't care about much. It's not that I don't care, I just don't see it the same way.
You're very open.
Yeah.
About a lot of things.
Yeah. Many things don't challenge my realm or no trespassing zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So what else? You said there were two of them. What was the other one?
The other one was the no kissing thing in the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That went out the first night.
Yeah. You never even brought that up to me because I don't think I've ever heard that.
Yes, you did, because you told me it was unrealistic.
Yes. So, speaking of unrealistic expectations, we have created a list of 10 unrealistic expectations, right?
That we find most commonly in our adventures.
Right. Well, through our clients, through our playtime, through just friends we talk to in general.
Our adventures.
Yeah.
I mean, adventures can mean everything you just said.
Okay, that's fair. Yes, because sometimes there are clients that are an adventure.
Oh boy. Yes, there are.
And that's not derogatory. Please don't think
not at all.
I'm talking crap about our clients. I'm just being honest that some of them are an adventure in their own journey, in their discovery, and through our avocation and education for them. It is, we learn stuff ourselves.
We interviewed an adventurous couple in our last show.
Yes.
And that was definitely an adventure. And I mean, we're still on that adventure with them.
I was going to say, that's still going.
We're still on that adventure with them, but it's very nice to be part of their journey in that adventure with them.
I agree. It's for me, it's exciting to see them evolve.
Me too.
Yeah, I like it.
And I had a couple today that's completely not in the lifestyle come in, and the husband was like, I don't know what you did, but our relationship is completely 100% 180. Like, what did you do? And I did the individual sessions with the husband and the wife, and I was like, all I did was talk to her, and all we did was just release a lot of...
I told her to suck on other peepees.
No. I mean, and so he was just like, wow, it's a completely different relationship, and that made me feel good. I mean, and that's their adventure. So, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're in the lifestyle or if you're a monogamous couple. An adventure is an adventure, and we go on that with you.
Agreed. Yep. So let's get into
our list.
So we put this list together. It took us roughly about half an hour?
I don't even think that long. We were driving, and I was like, hey, what about this?
Right. So we've kind of put this list together in order, kind of.
Almost chronological order.
Almost. Yeah. Almost. So the very first one is the expectation that everyone will or should respond to messages that you send them.
In the adult platforms. Yeah.
On the dating sites, on apps, whatever it is you're using to contact another couple or another single person.
So a lot of people go into this with the expectation, oh, I'm reaching out to you, so you're going to respond to me.
Right. Or some people feel it's just proper etiquette to respond, even if it's I'm not interested. Right?
Sure.
And so the reason that we feel that's an unreasonable expectation is...
Unrealistic.
Unrealistic. What did I say?
Unreasonable.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's kind of one and the same in a sense, right?
I'm just going with as you always tell me.
Yeah.
You have to go with the theme.
Well, and I will always create my own language.
You do.
I always do.
Create your own path.
Even if it challenges myself, I still do the same thing.
So back to this.
Yeah. So to expect that everyone communicates like you do, and everyone has the time to respond or read.
Absolutely.
Well, that's unrealistic.
And even though they may not be interested, and that's fine.
Right.
You're not going at this as a how do I say it? Like, you're not
popularity contest.
Yeah, this as a popularity. Thank you for that. You're going at this. I mean, you have one reason to reach out to people.
Right.
They're sexy, and you want to play with them, and
or get to know them.
But overall, the end goal is wanting to play with them.
Right. Something caught your attention.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just completely unrealistic to believe that they have the time to invest in a response when they're not interested.
Agreed. And that can be for many reasons.
Exactly.
I know. So I know that recently Stephanie and I have not contacted anybody.
No, we haven't had the time.
We've kind of stayed flirting within the people we know, and even that has dwindled because we've had a lot of moving parts with both the companies,
Mm-hmm.
both with the Kinky Coach and Stephanie's counseling company. And we have moved into a new building, and I mean, just we've been purchasing new furniture and setting up the internet and the phone and wiring.
Well, we've integrated the two into one building.
Right. We've integrated both companies into one building instead of two separate because
it just wasn't feasible or logical.
Well, hey, it was feasible. It just wasn't logical. It didn't make sense.
Yeah. It didn't
honestly.
make sense.
We weren't seeing each other very often, and a lot of the times the two companies cross over, and it's just easier to, for her to step out of her office and come
Absolutely.
in mine, or vice versa, and say, "Hey, let me come grab you." Right? So.
And now we're in the office together
We
all
are.
day,
Yep.
every day.
Even though we barely saw each other today.
Yeah, that's true.
So just, before you go in with that attitude or that, that opinion of, well, they should respond to me. Well, people have lives and people are busy, and some people don't check their profiles, but maybe once a month, and they look at pictures and they hit delete, delete, delete on people that are not aesthetically pleasing for the most part. I know that's what I do when when I don't have time, because mostly I manage the accounts.
You manage all of them. No, mostly. I
don't manage the contact. So I manage the weeding out, the application process, I guess, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably a terrible way to say it, but that's
but
that's mentally right now. It's 9:00 at night. We've been working all day. That's what I got for you, right? So I look at who I know that male-wise, Stephanie is going to find aesthetically pleasing, and I highlight those, and then I look at the female, and if I also think the female is attractive, then I know for the most part, not always, but probably 80% of the time.
I would say 90.
90?
Yeah.
I know she's going to find the woman aesthetically pleasing as well, because we have similar taste in women.
We have very similar.
Mm-hmm. And then everyone else I try and get to, but if it's an overwhelming amount, like in the hundreds or even the 50s, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be honest, I start deleting. Because I'm there to not only play, but we're there to work too. And
Also,
it's just,
yeah.
it's hard to manage all of that. So just,
Be mindful.
be mindful and be realistic about your expectation.
I agree.
Yep. So what's the next one, hon?
Everyone communicates just like you do.
Ooh,
So
kind of falling back to number one.
a little bit to number
Yeah.
one. But so interestingly enough, I was talking about this with a client today. She's on a dating site and she's being overwhelmed. She's gorgeous, by the way. She's being
A
overwhelmed.
client that came in the office today?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay, I was like, which one?
No.
Unethical, and I'm just joking. I talk a lot of nonsense. We would absolutely never, and even if I wanted to, Stephanie would never let
Absolutely
me.
not.
Yeah.
But it was an online one. But she's absolutely gorgeous. And so she decided to get back on the dating platforms, and she's being flooded with communications.
Right.
But her main complaint is these people reaching out to her are wanting constant contact. And she's overwhelmed by that. And she's like, dude, I just started talking to you like 2 days ago. I don't need to be talking to you 5 or 6 times a day through text. And, I have a life. And
Right.
so
She has no loyalty
Exactly.
or attachment basis to provide that for you to begin with.
And she has had several people who've called her bitch, who've called her stuck up, and she's having a hard time with that. But it's just, and like I was telling her today, that's their unrealistic expectations of their communication style.
And obviously they're thirsty.
Well, that too, yeah. I mean, she's gorgeous.
And for those that don't know what that means, it means that they are overly eager and overly horny. That's what it falls down to.
But, and for us, some people may use Kik. It can be communication platforms. It can be communication patterns, but not everybody is going to communicate the same way you do.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Also, content, words. Some people are very black and white.
Yes.
Very analytical. I find you attractive. I would like to have sex with you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't talk like that.
No.
I'm very flirtatious. But some people are not, but that does not mean they're not interested and they're not willing to play with you. It means their communication style is very different.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, be mindful of how you communicate is most likely not going to always match other people. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, moving on to number 3. Every person can invest the same amount of time into this as you can.
I'm sorry, I was holding back my laugh as you were reading that because, wow.
We just talked about this.
It is amazing to me. There are people who are in this lifestyle that are retired.
Mm-hmm.
There are very highly ranked professional people.
Yep. We know a couple judges and some attorneys and then some news people, newscasting.
There's everyday people. We all have different things. We have friends who have 4 kids.
Yep.
We have friends who have no children.
We have couples that own a company together, or there's couples like us who own 2 different companies. And as much as I know Steph and I would love to constantly play, I mean, I would love to be naked all the time. Period.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It hurts after a while.
I would. You know what I mean. Smart butt. But you have to understand people have lives outside the lifestyle. They have responsibilities. They have careers. They have other things that they're going to give their time to.
Yes. You are not the most important focus in their life.
And you shouldn't be, to be honest. I don't want to be anyone's important factor other than Stephanie's and my family's.
Exactly.
If I become too important to you, I'm probably going to call you a stalker and back away.
I want to reiterate that it's not against you. It's not a personal attack against you.
Right.
And it's not that we don't like you. It's not that we don't want to be friends with you. It's we have real life. Mm-hmm. And as much as the lifestyle is real life, I mean, it is. It's our life. It's our lifestyle. But our families come before that. Mm-hmm. And so it's just completely, like I said, unrealistic to think that every couple can invest as much time and effort into this as you do.
Right. We even recently had a couple reach out to us, and their response, we turned them down. Mm-hmm. But their response was so fun and awesome. I was like, hey, we may not be interested sexually, but your response was awesome. We should stay friends.
Yeah. Speaking
that
of
lasted
which,
about a week.
Yeah, there we go. I was about to say.
And because we don't have a lot of time, and we kept telling them that, hey, we're sorry. We just moved offices. We did this. And they ended up leaving the conversation.
Did they?
They did, which is fine. Yeah. I don't blame them. Hopefully maybe we'll reach out to them later down the road when we do have some free time and say, hey, let's get reacquainted if you didn't take it too personally.
Sure.
So it does happen. And just understand that point.
And this is where I'm at. I haven't even opened that app.
I know you. I know.
To communicate because I haven't had time. I didn't even know they left. I was just about to say, speaking of which, we need to reach out to them. But they're gone. Okay. Yeah. Moving on. Number 4, is it me?
You.
Is it me? Okay. Upon meeting, everyone will be attracted to each other and interested in playing.
Ooh.
So I'm going to meet you, and within 5 minutes, I want you naked and less playing. Because we've spent all this time, all this build-up flirting. Let's get down to business.
I don't think it's let's get down to business. I think it's the assumption that just because we're meeting, everybody is going to be attracted to each other.
Well, yes.
So there is such a thing as online attraction versus physical attraction or in person. Someone can be aesthetically pleasing in pictures and then in person look completely different.
And somebody can be amazing in text message and tell
witty,
you,
smart,
yes,
flirtatious,
and then you meet them and they are dry as a desert.
Yeah, a desert,
yeah,
a rock in the desert,
or dry as a camel's asshole.
Whoa, that's gross. But no, this is a real thing. Some people can be one person online, and then in person they don't know how to be that person.
I think we've all experienced that.
Mm-hmm.
We all have the keyboard warriors, keyboard ninjas.
Keyboard warriors is more people that talk a bunch of nonsense and
Well,
they're Billy badasses behind the keyboard, but that's where it stops.
Well, I understand that, and that's what I'm saying. Somebody can build themselves up to be something they're not, and when you meet them in person, it's...
Well, or maybe they are that, they just don't know how to...
Convey it?
Yeah, in person.
Sure.
Right?
And it may take more than one meeting.
Right. So a couple other factors with this, too, is, yes, people can look great in pictures and not so great in person. People can have an awesome personality, on a platform, but not in person, right? People could conflict. All of you could find each other attractive online and have some witty, fun banter. And then when you meet, there's just something there that one of you doesn't like or isn't attracted to. We have had that happen. And that's just what it is. You have to go meet them to find out in the first place. But it doesn't mean just because you've met that you want to play. Mm-hmm. That's not how it works. And for those of us that have been doing this for a while, right, there are going to be times where one's going to be the husband may be attracted to the wife and vice versa, but the other partners are not, and etc. You just have to determine what that means for you. Does that mean you don't play at all, or does that mean that only half of the couple plays? What does that mean to you? Mm-hmm. Where are you in this life? What are you okay with? What are your boundaries and regulations? And does it match up with the other couple? And if it does, hey, great, go for it. Have fun with it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, then you probably shouldn't be doing anything. Yeah. So, number 5. Everybody can afford the lifestyle.
The lifestyle
is expensive.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
We're actually trying to create the lifestyle and the budget guide.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm going to do a vlog about it.
Okay.
Balling on a budget.
I know, that's good. It's expensive.
It really is. Okay, so the average club, let's just say to go to Colette. Mm-hmm. For us to go to Colette, it's BYOB.
Correct.
So we load our cooler up. That's a good $50.
Okay. You have to get there. And for us, and this is just our travel. Right. We don't live in Austin.
We
work heavily in Austin.
We live outside of Austin.
Right. It's an hour drive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we usually get a hotel.
Correct.
So that's another $150. So right now we're at $200, and we haven't even gotten to the club yet.
Right.
Our wardrobe, because you want to be sexy and you don't want to wear the same thing twice.
Correct.
And usually that's going to cost
about $100 a piece, easy.
Yeah.
At bare minimum. Honestly,
yours is a little.
I'm going to be careful what I say, because some people are okay with shopping at some places, other people are not.
I'm a
it just
bargain shopper. If anything's over $20 for me, I'm not buying it.
That's not true at all.
Yeah.
Baby, some of the dresses and stuff we have are pretty nice.
Yeah, but they're not. I get them at a discount. I'm a discount shopper.
Okay. Well, I may have to talk to you.
Oh. Anyway, so right now we're sitting at a good $350.
Yeah, easy.
And we hadn't even paid the club admission.
The entry, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're looking at possibly, depending on if you have to do everything we do, at a $500 night.
Exactly.
Yeah. So not everyone can do that. Now.
Ubers. Forgot Ubers.
And Uber, yeah, if you don't want to drink and drive. Some people drink and drive. We
do not.
We do not.
Uber.
When I met Stephanie, I told her, what did I tell you? What did I tell you about drinking and driving?
you've told me a lot of things. I mean, drinking and driving is a big no-no,
Yeah.
but
Not only am I against it because I'm prior law enforcement, but I'm against it because my cousin was killed by a drunk driver.
that's right.
So I am against it so wholeheartedly that I will walk my butt home if I have to. Like,
Now we have Ubers.
I hammer down on that kind of stuff.
If you're going to go to a resort.
Yep. Well, almost anything. So if you're going to go to a lockdown, a takeover, a club, right? Majority of these, there's clothing, there's a hotel, there's travel, there's this, there's a... So the lifestyle is not a cheap thing to do. Now, dating is a lot easier. You can wear your own clothes. You can choose where you're going to go. Some people are very direct and honest, and they're like, hey, we're on a budget this week. You know, we don't get paid until next week. Other people are not.
And they try to pretend. Don't pretend. Be
don't
honest.
Pretend. And
don't put yourself in debt for the lifestyle.
now, do the majority of people that participate in the lifestyle have income to spend?
Disposable income.
Disposable income? Yes. But not everyone has thousands of dollars of disposable income. Not everyone has a couple hundred.
And that's okay.
Just bear that in mind. So, obviously, the lifestyle is expensive. Not everyone can afford it.
But do what you can do.
Right. Well, and be respectful to those that cannot. Just because somebody doesn't make the kind of money you don't.
You do.
Or you do. Yeah, great. Good catch. Doesn't mean that they're not playworthy. Because I know I've experienced this where shortly after Playboy, I got a lot of attention from, I guess, a different echelon of people in the lifestyle. And their attitude was truly to create this group of aesthetically pleasing people that made a certain amount of money, that had a certain influence. And I'm going to tell you, within 3 days, I was out of there.
Yeah.
I went to one party, realized what the agenda was and what the rhetoric that was being pushed. And I thought to myself, is this you? And I already knew the answer. This is not me. I will talk to anyone. I don't care.
Yeah.
I find something aesthetically pleasing in almost everybody.
Absolutely.
Almost to the point sometimes where Steph is like, really, babe?
No, I'm the same way.
You're the same way, but I tend to jump on that in different times. My flavors are very, I don't know. I'm kind of a slut.
Well, you are. But,
yeah, but a safe one.
Some of the most beautiful people we have met
have captured our mental mind.
Are not financially wealthy, I guess.
Right.
They're just average Joes.
Or they're not Ken and Barbie.
And they're blue collar making. Exactly. Don't rule out somebody because they're not in your not price bracket.
Your price bracket.
Wow.
What? Where are we going with this?
I meant.
You're buying people now?
Yes.
You're human trafficking?
No. Oh my gosh, just went south fast.
Okay, I'm just checking.
They're not in your socioeconomic bracket.
Okay. Fair. Anyway.
Wow.
Moving on to the next.
Everyone is okay with the same type of venue that you are. Now, we go to a variety of venues. I personally I love going to Colette's. But
which is a club, for those of you that don't know.
But on the flip side of that, I like going on dates too. When we go on dates, I like more of the personal. I don't like loud clubs because I can't hear anyway. I want us to be able to talk, getting to know people, have a few drinks. There's no expectations. What do you like?
I like it all. I like the lifestyle in general. What I probably like the least is hotel takeovers.
Okay.
Because I don't feel you have enough quality time with anybody. It's literally, I meet you, we talk for 10 minutes, let's go fuck type deal. Which is great if I'm in an ultra slutty mood and all I care about is what you look like or how you can help me, accomplish my sexual goal. Then it doesn't, then I don't care. But even going to a club, I still get more one-on-one time to talk to you, to get to know you than I do at a hotel takeover. Because a hotel takeover is almost like speed dating.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
Is it? I've never been. So.
Yeah, it really is. We will go. You may love it. I don't know, because you're a very social person. So socially, you get to meet a whole bunch of people at one time. But if you don't go with people you know also, it's very cliquish and you may not be able to talk to anybody.
Oh, I can talk to anybody.
I know that. But I'm just saying.
No, you're exactly.
Others, I guarantee that's what they experience. So when we say venue, right, there's dating 101. There's clubs,
Mm-hmm.
right? So there's lifestyle clubs, there's lifestyle groups.
There's house parties.
Yep. And there's hotel takeovers by companies that put it together. And
Cruises.
there's cruises, and then there's going to resorts.
Desire.
Right. Yeah.
All of those resorts.
Just like Desire, Pearl, etc. There's a whole bunch. So that's what we mean by venue. Not everyone is comfortable at all of these choices.
Yeah.
So don't take it the wrong way if you say, hey, let's go meet at Colette, which is a swinger club, right, a lifestyle club, and they say, no, we're not really interested in that. They may not be saying we're not interested in you. They may be saying, hey, we're not comfortable with going to a club like that. We rather do a one-on-one date.
Again, it's unrealistic to assume that everyone has your flavor.
Mm-hmm. Correct. So moving on to number 7. Everybody, this one rings out so true to me. There's this huge assumption, okay? And those of you that do this, you know who you are. And those of you that have experienced this, you know exactly what I'm saying. You talk to a couple or a person, and you get along aesthetically, they're pleasing, and you're like, hey, let's all go meet. Your expectation is, hey, we're going to meet and get to know them and figure them out and see if we would play. Their expectation is, oh, well, we're meeting, so you're down to fuck. So
yeah, we gotta
this
fuck
is what
now.
we're doing.
We're meeting. I'm taking the time to meet you, so
Right.
you're going to fuck me.
Now, on the flip side of that, there are people and couples who have very limited time.
Yep.
So their expectation, and majority of them are very forward in their profile. Hey, if we meet, we want to play. So
Yep.
please don't invite us to meet if you're not willing to play.
And we appreciate those profiles.
Yeah.
Be upfront and honest.
Yes. So those of you that do that, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the individuals that are not upfront about their expectation, and they blitz you or they push for, with their assumption without even checking in with you.
I want to reference a couple that I'm working with.
Mm-hmm.
I happen to work with a lot of couples. This particular couple was blitzed,
Mm-hmm.
and they are no longer in the lifestyle. This was the one and only time that they ever experienced the lifestyle, and it's ruined them for that. And now we're building their relationship and putting it back together.
Mm.
But what happened is they met a couple. The couple befriended them, but decided to separate and conquer. And when they decided to separate the couple and try to conquer them separately, they did, and it was pressuring them to have sex that night. There was no allowing her to go back to her husband and talk about it. Like, it was completely divide and conquer.
So they had an agenda.
They did have
That's
an agenda.
exactly what that sounds like.
Yes, and so I want to warn couples. They're
Use
out
that
there.
word.
They're
Mhm.
out there, and I don't.
There
they're
are
not,
predators everywhere.
but they're not. It's not common, but they are out there,
They are.
and
Yeah.
so be very careful.
Well, and remember, and we, Stephanie and I, advocate for this. This is not everyone's opinion, but this is ours, and it's very strong with our company, with our relationship with our friends. You are your number one priority.
Mm-hmm.
Your relationship is your number one priority in the lifestyle, regardless of anyone else's wants, agendas, doesn't matter. Period.
Exactly. And if you're
Yeah.
not comfortable, it's okay to say no.
More than okay to say no. At
Yeah.
100% more than. We have said no initially to people that we ended up playing with.
Oh yes, and it's
Mm-hmm.
and I can't take full responsibility for that, but I take some of it, a majority of it, because I feel like I need a relationship, like I need a friendship.
Right.
Some people, it just, and of course now that I'm becoming more
seasoned,
accustomed,
mm-hmm.
seasoned in the lifestyle. When we go to the clubs, yeah, we can play and go on, and that's fine. But if we're going to date a couple, we are more than likely not going to sleep with them on the first night.
Yeah, true. But we have done that.
Yes.
with. There is a particular couple we've done that with. Well, so we met them in a totally different type of venue.
Yes.
We weren't there to play. We met them. We were like, damn, they're both sexy. And then we had a business meeting, and that business meeting turned from business to, oh yeah, we play with you. Oh really? Well, maybe we should play tonight. And then bam, now it's back to business, and it's a mixture of
and
business.
there was a dress debacle that made us have to go back to the hotel.
Yeah, which worked out perfect.
I know I think everybody thinks I planned that, but that was not planned.
Yeah.
It was a wardrobe malfunction.
Yep.
And we had to go back to the hotel, and so we were already all together.
We were.
Was like, we're going to have to go back to our Airbnb, and I've got to change.
Well, we said we'll go back and meet, and they're like, and I said, unless you guys want to come with us, unless you're uncomfortable with that. And they jumped on it. They didn't say no. They were like, no, we'll come with you. Well, okay, great.
Yeah.
So I think all of us were thinking the same thing.
The wardrobe malfunction just accelerated it.
Yeah. So we have done it, but it's not common for us to do if we want to date you and continue to play with you.
Yeah.
Is
absolutely.
What's the next one, babe?
Number 8. If you do play, they want to play exactly the way you play, or in the same faction. So the assumption is everybody's going to want to do the exact same things that you want. There's going to be 100% sexual compatibility, mm-hmm. and we're naturally just going to be on the same page.
So the assumption here is sexual compatibility is going to be identical and sexual agenda is going to be the same.
Yes.
Which is not true at all. Everyone has sex the way they have sex, not the way you have sex. And to be honest, normally you have sex different with everybody. I have sex different with the women I sleep with, way different than I do you.
Yeah. Because you have me all the time.
Yes.
So why would...
Ooh. So it's not because I have you all the time. It's because I feel a certain way about you, and you are a certain person in my life, and they are not that.
Okay.
They are not my partner. They are not my queen. They are not... They may be important as a person and with friendship, but at the end of the day, they are not the most important person. Period.
Yeah.
So when we have sex, it's almost like I'm more careful, I guess, in a sense, on certain things.
With me?
Yeah. We may be more adventurous, and there's a lot of things we do I would never do with somebody else because there's trust.
Yeah, we have a lot of trust. We have total trust built.
But I'm also going to fuck other women a lot different than I fuck you or have
mm-hmm.
sex with you. It's just going to be that way. Period.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And I do the same with guys. I'm not, and I said this many times, I do not need someone to make love to me. I have you for that. I
mm-hmm.
want to be fucked.
Right.
And that's just plain and simple. Whatever that looks like, it looks like.
Right.
But I don't want someone to be all passionate and all let's make love, baby. No. I'm here for one thing and one thing only. If we decide to, if it gets to that level, if I need to be made love to, I'm coming to you.
Yeah, I guess I get your point. But I also don't see anything wrong being, what's the term? Because intimate is not the right term in this sense. I don't see anything wrong with being soft with
mm-hmm.
with somebody else.
Like I agree,
you're
but
still
that's not
having
what
intercourse. No, I get that.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So just understand, what the expectation there that's unreasonable for most people is that, well, we're going to go, everyone's agreed to play. Well, they want to play exactly the way we do. Well, that's not true. So you need to communicate.
Absolutely. Communication
mm-hmm.
is, and it's sometimes communication is awkward because you don't know how to say it, and you may think in your mind, well, what if they don't like this?
Oh, I know how to say it.
Or what if they think I'm weird? Or what if they think, I've
mm-hmm.
there's so many what ifs.
Right.
You just have to remember that everybody here has a specific taste, has a specific pleasure points. Just talk about it.
Yeah, just get it out in the open.
And
Just
if they don't like
boom.
it, it's okay.
Right.
There's plenty of people out there who do like it.
Correct. Absolutely. Yeah. So moving on to number 9.
Mm-hmm.
This is a big one. A big one, because almost every profile I have come across mentions this. Almost. There are those couples and people that I supremely appreciate because they're direct about this subject. Everybody is going to use a condom. Everyone supports it. That's completely not true.
It's unrealistic.
Okay. We have a couple recently that we've known for quite a while now.
Yeah.
That we semi-played with one time and have carried on a long-term friendship at this point.
Very much so.
Finally, almost after a year, or actually I think after a year, finally played with them. And their request was, hey, we've known you guys for a very long time. We trust you. What are your thoughts on not using condoms, but only with you? And we said, great question.
Yeah.
Right. Then there's also couples that in their profile, they're very clear. We do not like condoms. And that could be for a variety of reasons, right? Not everything is STD, STI related.
It could be allergies.
Correct. It could just be feeling. There are some people, there are men who don't have ED or any type of, erectile dysfunction. However,
Put a condom on it.
Psychologically, it doesn't feel the same and they go soft.
Yep.
And that's just what happens. So you have to determine for yourself what is safe, what is okay, period. Other people out there say 100% it's going to happen every time or we're not playing. That's 100% okay too. And just remember to advocate for what you're comfortable with and what you're willing to do. And don't ever take one for the team when it comes to safety. Ever. Please don't ever do that. Right.
And I want to warn that when we drink, our inhibitions tend to go down. And yes, there's a gorgeous man and he says no condoms, where I've used a condom every time with everybody else, but this particular person said no, and God, I just want to fuck him. Guys, ladies, do not drop your standards because someone is aesthetically pleasing and you have low inhibitions. You hold me accountable. We were playing with a couple and I was so into it, didn't even realize, plus I was sponsored by Tito's that night, didn't even realize what was, that he had asked this, but you were very quick. And he said, hey, condom or no condom? And I couldn't even answer before you were like, condom.
Right.
And but I had been drinking and you knew that, so you knew immediately to answer for me.
I knew I was playing security guard that night.
We had that conversation prior. We know each other. So if your significant other is in a position to where someone's saying no to condoms or, protection or whatever, if you guys have talked about it before, stand up for your significant other and say, this is what we agreed on. This is how we do it.
Right.
Sometimes it's overwhelming for the partner to, in the moments, to stop and to realize what's going on.
Sure.
And I hate to be that way, but it's okay to take care of your partner.
Yeah, well, and also not everyone is the same, right? So some people fold to pressure.
I'm a folder.
You are. Others do not, like me. There's nothing you're going to do or say that's going to change my mind once my mind is set. So know that about your partner as well and advocate for them. If you need to advocate for them, you're not telling them what to do. You're not controlling the situation. You're standing up for your partner and what your terms were agreed upon.
As a couple.
So that's okay. Yeah.
Yep.
So what is the very last one?
The very last one. Everyone wants to stay your friend after you play or meet.
Ooh. Yes, that is an assumption, a huge assumption.
So I've
right?
given you part of me. Now we're going to be friends forever.
Right. Yeah, that's not true at all.
No.
So everyone has their own way of doing things, right? There are couples and individuals that you may not be a bed notch, but they also never want to see you again. And it's not personal. They very much enjoyed you and their time and everything else. But the bottom line is that is their protection for themselves. Hey, this is how we don't get wrapped up into a couple or a person, right? For other people, you're a bed notch. If you accept it and they accept it and everyone is honest about it, well, then why does that matter? You're all consenting adults. Have your fun. No big deal. Some people you will find that you will end up having a lifelong friendship with.
We have a few of those.
Yeah, for whatever reason. And it's funny because the majority of our lifelong friends, we have either not played with them at all or we've played with them very little.
We have. Honestly, I was just thinking that.
Yeah, and it's not because we don't want to, at least not for me.
No, not at all.
But that's just the way it's happened. We enjoyed the time with them so much that it's not about sex. And so majority of the time it doesn't turn into sex, or we get too intoxicated, or we go somewhere together and each end up hooking up with other people instead. But the bottom line is we still very much enjoy the time, and trust me, we would still get them naked.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But in that kind of, I want to throw an extra, right?
A bonus.
a thing in here. No, I have a bonus also.
So this is...
But this is just kind of an add-on to...
So this is a pre-bonus.
To number 10.
Okay.
No, it's just an add-on.
Okay.
Just because you make friends or just because you hook up with someone doesn't mean you need to do it all the time.
Yeah.
Okay? Because that's... And this is more for the newbies because I think, I don't want to assume, I think for the most part, the majority of seasoned and veteran players in the lifestyle, right? And I don't mean the term players as in player, but players, right?
Yes.
They already understand this, right? Each time seeing each other again and spending time together again equals a reconfirmation of whether you want to play or not. Because not everyone wants to play all the time. Sometimes
Absolutely.
They just want to hang out with you.
Sometimes you just want to be friends and just, not
Sometimes
friends.
Craig just wants to rub on your butt because it is a nice butt, but it doesn't mean I want to have sex with you. Wait a minute.
Yes, it does.
Not all the time. There's been one or two people who they have a great butt, but I personally wouldn't have sex with them. That's just what it is. So the point that I mentioned this is show respect all the way around, right? Always reconfirm and communicate with everybody and make sure that they have the same agenda you do.
I agree.
Because maybe they don't. So this leads me to...
Your bonus.
My bonus. And it also leads into something that I am putting together. So I have determined that I'm going to put together a workshop for single males.
Yes.
And it is going to be a very stringent and strict application process. And it is going to be a weekend long, basically, a guide how to rules, regulations, respect, expectations, etc., roles, what is your role as a single man, etc. And the reason I'm going to do this is because Lamar, the single guy that we have come to trust and have started forming a relationship with, that plays with Stephanie, right? Him and I finally got to meet in person, and we had a very great conversation, but it brought up some things with me, especially since I have also been a single male in the lifestyle. And I think that I don't know that there is a quality program, right, to create single males that know 100% what to do, how they're doing it, and create them at a quality level.
Yeah.
And the reason I target single males is because they can be an overflow, right? They can flood the lifestyle, and that could be bad, in my opinion. And I made that statement to LeVar and to Lamar. I have a friend, LeVar, which is why I'm confusing their names. And he asked me, he's like, well, why do you feel that way? And it's not about numbers. It's about quality. Now, he is a quality male.
He is a very, and we're not talking about aesthetically. I mean, he's handsome.
Well, yeah, you find him very handsome,
I'm very
attractive.
attracted to him. But he's also a stand-up man. He's very
he has
respectful.
Morals.
He has morals. He's he
well-spoken.
knows his place.
Yeah. But he's also very well-spoken, and he communicates well, and he's willing to ask questions. So he is the type of single male that the lifestyle needs. Not wants, needs. And I'm, so my bonus here is, not only am I designing this program, my bonus is, there's an unreasonable expectation when it comes to men and single males that they are to shut up in color and they are a toy. Well, that's not true.
Yeah.
They also have feelings, they also have needs, they also have certain expectations. And if they are a quality person, they need to be treated as such.
I agree.
Right? Now, I know I am going to receive emails now about that. Because I have received hate emails before about certain things I've said, and that's fine. If you're okay with the lifestyle being flooded with every Tom, Dick, and Harry that has a penis, well then, I don't agree with you. And I ask you to reevaluate your standard here and think of how that can affect our lifestyle as a whole. On the reverse end, if you're thinking, man, that's actually a great idea, if you have some ideas, if you have input, if you have knowledge, if you are licensed in certain areas that would benefit this program, certified, if you are a single male that's been a bull, because that's the term, and you have a lot of experience, get in touch with me.
Yeah.
Go to our website, kinkycoach.com. That's coach with a K. Contact us and let me know how you would like to fit into this program.
Absolutely.
Because
I think that's a great idea.
I'm literally at the forefront of building it and trying to decide what type of content needs to be in there, how long, each lesson needs to be, what lessons are more important than others. And in case you missed it at the very beginning, what I'm trying to build is a quality single male who has education and training behind him to be the best he can be as far as a single male. Yeah. Well, respect, etiquette, understanding, all of it.
Yeah.
Because it's very important. Anybody can get hard and fuck. That doesn't mean you're right to be in the lifestyle.
I agree.
So, yeah, just consider that.
Yeah. We have some big parties coming up we need to talk about.
We do. And don't confuse our tiredness, because it's going on 10 o'clock. And,
we're like, we have a big party.
Yeah.
No.
We've been up for like 12, 14 hours at this point.
We have a big party I'm excited about.
No, seriously. So we are hosting the Austin Swinger Social.
Yes, in September. September 25th.
Perfect. And that is for what? Tell them.
That is for anybody who wants to dip your toe in the lifestyle, or maybe you're in the lifestyle and you want to meet new people. It is for couples who want to be around other couples in the lifestyle. There are no expectations. You're not coming to be able to expect. Let me rephrase that. There are no expectations. You're not expected to play. It is all about you meeting new friends.
Correct.
When you get there, you are going to be subjected to my awkward walk. I'm going to take you around, introduce you.
Unless you opt out, you can do that.
Yeah, but you're going to want to take the awkward walk.
Yeah, nobody's opted out yet.
Nobody's opted out. And so we take the awkward walk. We meet all of the couples. I introduce you personally to each couple.
And single ladies.
And single ladies.
Sorry, men. The Austin Swinger Social is not for you.
Okay. But I introduce you. You leave there with friendships, new contacts, maybe you stay and play. Who knows? But
education, resources.
Yes. For those who have never been, we'll leave with a goodie bag.
Yes.
Just packed full of good things. So don't hesitate to come out. And I don't want you to be afraid of not coming because it's Colette. You're not expected to play.
Well, and the club is actually only open for those attending the Austin Swinger Social from 7 to 9:30. After that, if you want to get out of there, get out of there. And it's only $10.
Yes. So you're getting the club feel.
Correct.
For a discounted price.
And if you want to stay the rest of the night, they charge you an additional $40. So you're still paying cheaper than the regular admission.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's up to you. Some people literally show up, pay the $10, hang out for 2.5 hours, meet a bunch of fun people.
Yep.
And they're like, hey, we're taking off. We're not comfortable with the full club environment.
Or not that they're not comfortable. Maybe they have other plans.
Well, and that, or bottom line, like we talked about before, they're like, hey, $50 for us, man, that's just not
feasible.
Not going to fly because we want to come back tomorrow or something, you know.
Yeah.
So speaking of, we have the Austin Swinger Social.
On the 25th.
Yep. And then on the 26th, we have our very first Kinky Nation nights. Yep.
At Colette.
At Colette in Austin. We keep saying Colette, but we haven't said where. So both of these events
Colette,
are
Austin.
at Colette, Austin, right? And we are actually going to be celebrating Stephanie's birthday.
Yay!
Yeah. So here's what's pretty neat about this. We're giving away free bubbly. There are swag bags that are... So we have 5 major sponsors. All the sponsors have given us free toys or gear or lotions or
potions
or toys, or I mean, we have so much that we might have to make the bags bigger, to be honest.
And to be completely honest with you, I can only imagine what our delivery guys are thinking. They just keep bringing box after box.
Oh, I'm sure they. Yeah, I don't know what they think. So you get a free swag bag, and it's not your basic swag bag. This thing is packed full.
Definitely going to be one of a kind.
So if you've been to the Austin Swinger Social, you know that the swag bag you get is really just a survival bag for the night. So it has like condoms and lube and breath mints and water and some other, mandatory things. But at Kinky Nation nights, all our sponsors are involved, and it is a bag, a true swag bag.
You have a massager in there?
They do. They have all sorts of stuff. So if not, just come to get the free stuff, right?
And celebrate my birthday.
Well, and they get free bubbly. We're giving away some jewelry. That we're absolutely doing. So we're giving away jewelry from Partner ID, and we're also giving away jewelry from swingersymbol.com.
Yeah.
Yep. So check that out. Kinky Nation girls will be there. We have hired some independent models who are very familiar with the lifestyle, very aesthetically pleasing to look at, very bubbly. They're there to take you on tours of the club, to talk to you about anything you want, talk to you about the sponsors if you want to, talk to you about Kinky Coach if you want to, if you're looking for counseling or coaching or pretty much anything. And we will be there as well.
Of course we're going to be there. It's my birthday.
Right. And then we're also giving away some raffles. So each individual gets 1 ticket, and then you can purchase tickets directly from us if you want extra tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're $1 a ticket. It's nothing super expensive, but we're giving away some very nice jewelry and some lifestyle type toys and swag and stuff like that. Products, yeah. So it's going to be pretty neat, pretty awesome. And to top it all off, we are going to be doing a free BDSM course. Workshop, yeah.
Just a brief, it's a 30-minute.
Well, it's a demonstration of some toys, some other, gear and some stuff like that.
And who are you doing that with?
Well, we're doing that with Forbidden Fruit.
We are, but I'm talking about I am the one.
Oh, well, you are the
demonstration model, I guess?
You are the model, and I believe that I'm going to be the demonstrator along with
Forbidden Fruit. Yeah, they're teaching us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have that coming up. We have our course.
So stand by.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about that.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
It's my first BDSM experience.
Yes. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to record a video, put that up as a demo video, and then live in the club, we're going to be doing that, resubmitting or redoing that demonstration live. And then we'll be there to ask questions and, all that kind of stuff. So that is what you should become accustomed with when attending a Kinky Nation
You are
night
going
event.
to get pampered when you come to our events.
You're going to get spoiled. It's a lot of people like to say, well, we're doing things different. We are doing things different. And the key thing I want to point out is we don't get paid for this. Our sponsors pay for everything. Colette is kind enough to allow us to host the event there. So this is not some profit margin thing right now, right? We're not making money.
We do this because we want to educate and we want to provide quality entertainment and quality experiences for people in the lifestyle. Yeah.
Well, and to be honest, and this is not to bash anybody else or attack any other type of event, we just don't agree and we don't think it's very fun to go to an event that's not geared towards an experience and meeting people.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of events out there and a lot of parties out there that literally it's, hey, come pay to get your entry fee and you're on your own. Mm-hmm. And we're trying to change that. We want to change that experience for everybody.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So come out, have an experience with us, and celebrate my birthday.
Maybe you'll have a personal experience with Steph that night. It is her birthday. She's pretty much, well, she already has a pass to do whatever she wants, but she is not going to be working that night. I'm going to be working, and the Kinky Nation girls are going to be working, and Stephanie is going to pretty much be doing whatever the fuck she wants to do. I may have to throw our girlfriend out there with her to make sure that she uses condoms because I don't know that I'm going to be everywhere at all times.
I'm going to be just...
She will be sponsored by Tito's as well.
I will be sponsored by Tito's. I will...
Be loud and proud.
Man, I wish Tito's really would sponsor us.
Let's contact them and find out.
I mean, I promote them
After
so
all,
much.
they are a Texas branded
and
company.
I promote them so much.
And you're from Texas. Events. And we are, and our company's in Texas, and you are a Texan.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah. I say we reach out to them.
I mean, we can try.
See what they'll say. You never know.
Even if they say no, I can guarantee you I'm going to be sponsored by Tito's on my dime.
Yeah, at some level. All right, ladies and gents, we are going to get out of here.
Going home to go to bed.
Yes.
To get up and do it all over again tomorrow.
Exactly.
Have the adventures with our fun couples and just keep doing what we do.
Well, my adventure tomorrow is run more cable, put up a security camera, and do some other stuff. Yeah. We are outfitting our entire office building, and it is one step at a time. Yeah.
Let me rephrase that for him. He is outfitting the entire office building. I just greet the clients and bring them into the office.
I have a hard time paying for what I can do already.
And you are a jack of all trades, a master of none.
You are correct about that.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. That's it, man. We're done.
I'm good. Let's go to bed.
You guys have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Hey, Fox.
Not again.
Why don't you tell them where they can find us?
Oh. So you can find us on the Bookface.
Facebook.
Yeah, that thing. At the Kinky Coach. Or you can find us at any of the adult beverage websites. You like that?
I do, yeah.
Yes, because you're tasty. You're thirsty?
Yeah. Yes, thirsty.
So you can look for either Luna _and _Logan, or you can look for the Kinky Coach and her Silver Fox. Yep.
So thank you for listening, and we hope you have a very sexy evening.
Have a good night.
You are listening to the Kinky Coach podcast with Stephanie
and Fox.